out of the cabin today, and I am looking funny. I know, I don't care. I'm looking for some vines to make some more cord out of, and we're going to be looking for Virginia creeper. So let's go looking. There's a bunch of it here actually. We have a lot of it in this area. In fact, here's some more shoots coming up. I mean, it's everywhere. Along with poison ivy too, so I have to be careful about that. I am allergic. I'm not going to grab anything that's on the ground because I mean it'll have runners that go off. But that's not what I'm going to do. I want to get it clean off of a tree. And I need to be careful that I'm getting Virginia creeper and not poison ivy or poison oak. So here on this tree you see we've got some multiple vines. I know that this is Virginia creeper. Has 5 leaves. Poison ivy's going to have 3. So I know that I would want the Virginia creeper, but I'm not going to pull this vine off because this might be Virginia creeper here, this big fat one, but I don't know that for sure. And it runs way up the tree. Anyway, and because this is touching it, in case that's poison ivy, I don't want to harvest any vine that's touching it, because as I pull it off, it may, if that happened to be poison ivy, next to it, it might get the oils off of it and end up infecting me, making me all itchy. All right, this right here is poison ivy. Definitely don't want that vine. And see all the vines that are on this tree with it could be poison ivy. Don't know. I'm not for sure. I know that you can tell by the little hairs that come off of it sometimes, but I hadn't learned that yet, or it hasn't stuck in my head. Okay, here's some Virginia creeper, young vine. And there's no poison ivy on this tree that I can see. So I'm going to gently break loose the little hairy root thingies, fingers that they have on here, and then just try to pull this off without breaking the vine. Oh man, that branch is off in 2 pieces. Okay. Now I have read, but I've never experienced or actually known anybody to have this issue, but I have read online that certain people can be sensitive to this vine. Maybe not necessarily like what poison ivy does, but that they might have some kind of a little reaction to it. I've never had that happen, and I've never known anybody that did, but I mean, it's certainly possible. Alright, now that I got some of the Virginia creeper, the next thing to do is get you kind of a long section and just take the leaves off, strip them off. And end up with just this brown vine. It's quite pliable when it's green like this. We're going to do something to it to make it a little bit better to make cordage from and to twist, because with this outer bark on here, the twisting, it'll sometimes kind of want to break instead of complete a twist. And I'm going to show you how to make it where it will twist without breaking. I'm going to end up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crush these, crush the vine so that I'm able to strip this outer covering off easily. And to do that, I'm just going to get a good flat area here, and I have this mallet, wooden mallet, and I'm just going to hit the vine until it, see how it's, you see the juices coming out and how it's kind of just smushed. Probably better if you had a surface that didn't hop around on you. Do it this way. You see how it's just smushing it, basically? What a beautiful day today it is. There's a nice breeze blowing. It's not hot at all. We just had a storm system move through here the last day or so. All right, now I can just peel off this brown stuff, leaving the green fibers, and that's what we'll be using for the rope, for the cord. It peels away so much easier when you beat it to a pulp. Using the mallet on it wasn't just to get the brown stuff off. It just makes these fibers of this much more pliable when I go to wrapping it or twisting it. Okay. Oops. And I'm just going to twist upon itself. So I'm going to start out with twisting it. Until it wants to make a twist there. Then from that point, I'll do like I've done on the other cordage. Twist away from me and turn that back. Away, then turn it back. Just remind you, if that's uncomfortable twisting that direction, just go do opposite of what I just did. So you would twist towards you and then turn forward. Yeah, something like that. This is going to be some very small cordage. I'm not expecting it to hold any weight or anything. I really don't know what I'm going to use it for. I'm just, right now, researching potential fibers. Yeah, that's getting kind of small. All right, I'm going to just tie that off. Okay, there we go. Not bad looking. It's almost like yarn. Well, it's smaller than yarn. Well, depending on the yarn. It's kind of like little thread. And it's quite, considering the size of it, it's quite hardy. I can't wait to see what it'll do once it dries. Because sometimes with the stuff that I have made cord from, it seemed to be strong while it was still, well, it was freshly made. And then after it dried a day or two, it got real brittle. Alright, that was just some small vine. Let's take a larger vine and work with that. A while ago I was doing this, trying it like this, and it didn't seem to want to do real well. But then I moved to this, and it seemed to do a better job. Oh, okay. Hey, that works. I was kind of thinking that might. Just roll it through the palm of your hand. Pull that brown outside and work it loose. I don't think I smashed that one all the way. But you notice this vine, it's a little bit older than the other one. It was a little bit thicker, and it's not as green on the inside. It's more of a yellow, but it's still pliable and definitely will work well. I think the other one probably was more of a new shoot for the year. Yeah, this peels a lot better than that smaller, really green one. In fact, I can just strip it off like that. Oh yeah, it works great. So this one is probably 1, 2, 3, for maybe 5 feet, almost 5 feet. It has a few little stiff offshoots. Come on, get off there. Okay. I'm just going to follow that one in half since I'm not planning on making it any longer than this anyway. And I'll start right here. Do a twist until it makes a little, till it wants to fold over on itself. Alright, I'm going to keep it twisting, and I'll bring you back when I get that one done. Alright, I completed that. So that was, I said it was about 5 feet of vine turned in half, just woven back onto itself or whatever, and it turned into about 2 feet of cordage. It's pretty strong. I like it. So this is the second one that had a little bit larger vine. And I ended up having to pound that one a little bit more because of the thickness of it. I didn't have it pliable. Here's that first one with a real thin vine. You notice it was bright green earlier, but his, I guess as it's drying, it's turning a little more yellow. I guess if you needed, if you had a bunch of this and wanted to make larger cord, you could take multiples of these, and you couldn't probably twist and put them together, but you could, if you had 3 of them, you could do a braid with it, I suppose. The reason I say I don't know that you'd be able to twist and do the, like you made it like this, is because it might tend to want to unravel unless you twist backwards, twist opposite of what you did the other time. No, it's not wanting to stay together. Anyway, I guess you could braid it. Alright, so that is cordage from Virginia Creeper. And so far I'm liking it the best. Now the yucca that I did, it was really strong. Still really strong, even dried. Cedar, I have had mixed results with it. This seems to be quite promising, which I'm really thankful, because this is way more abundant than yucca or cedar. This is just growing everywhere. Alright, well, if you enjoyed that, put a like on this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not. And be watching in the future for what I'm going to do eventually after I try multiple materials. I'm going to put them to the test and see how strong they are and what the things that they can be used for. Alright, we'll see you later.